Well, Donald Trump is arriving in Windsor this morning to meet the royal family on his unprecedented second state visit. You've just told us in a snap poll for this programme that, well, 2/3 of you have said welcome to him.
To coincide with this, the government has announced a new tech deal with the United States to cooperate in areas like artificial intelligence and nuclear power. Joining us now, the Technology Secretary Liz Kendall. Now, before we speak to you, Liz Kendall, I need to make an apology to the viewers because we've had to go low-tech for our interview with you. Normally, you would appear in front of a digital green screen on which is projected an image of the Houses of Parliament. But because you are wearing a green shirt, that image would have been projected onto you. And so we've had to replace the digital screen with a piece of material on which someone has printed a photograph of the House of Parliament.
Trembles.
Now, can I just say, a slightly embarrassing moment for our first interview with you as Technology Secretary. Did no one tell you about the perils of green screens?
He also said to me, sometimes you have green, sometimes you have blue, but you have managed to, because you have blue screens and green screens, but I've done both. But I will never do it again. I've also got green shoes on, but luckily you can't see them. No. Sorry about that.
OK, well, good to see you anyway. And as I say, there are a few wrinkles in the fabric behind that people may notice. Also, a few wrinkles, aren't there, in this visit of the American president? I know that you want to talk about this huge technology investment, but the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, has criticised the arrival of Donald Trump in the UK, saying the US president doing more than anyone else to encourage the intolerant far right across the globe. And the whole point, we understand, behind this visit was in order to get a deal on steel tariffs. That's completely fallen through.
Well, I read Sadiq's article this morning. He actually says he understands why we want a pragmatic relationship with the United States. He says for reasons of security, with everything that's happening in Russia and Ukraine. We also say it's critical for jobs and opportunities, and that's why we're announcing this huge tech partnership and over £30 billion of investment in the UK to create the jobs and opportunities and hope for the future that people in all parts of this country need. I think it's a really important vote of confidence, this investment, not just in the UK government, but critically in our people. Because the reason why we've got this partnership and investment is we have some of the best brains and scientists, and we want to work together with researchers and scientists in the US to create the advances in medical technology, in clean
back
energy.
At the White House,
that's really important.
When the Prime Minister flourished that letter from the King, it was about tariffs, and you haven't managed to get those tariffs lowered on steel.
Well, we are actually at 25% for steel. We're the only country, I think, that has tariffs at that level. All other countries have at 50%. We obviously want to go further. There's more work we want to do on that trade deal. We were the first to get that trade deal and partnership. And you'll remember, back at the time, many people said, we're not going to be able to deliver it. But because Keir Starmer showed pragmatism and determination to deliver for this country, that's why we have this relationship, is because we believe it delivers jobs, prosperity and peace for this country. Right. And he's never going to give up on that and that special relationship.
Setting aside the steel tariff and focusing on the big deal, which you've just been talking about, straight question, could we have got that deal anyway? Did we have to roll out multiple red carpets for the American president in the way that we're doing today and tomorrow and the day after? Or could we have got the deal anyway without it?
I think it's really important. These things are interlinked. The reason people are putting hard cash into this country is because we have, you know, a stable government, a stable economy, because we have great scientists and researchers, and we are at the cutting edge of these developments.
Yeah,
Can I just say
sorry,
this?
that's not addressing the...
But these are two sides of the same
separate
coin.
issue. The question was, could we have got this deal? This is an excellent deal if it comes off.
I don't believe we would have got...
Without the state visit.
I don't believe we would have got this tech partnership over the line and this extra investment if Keir Starmer didn't have that good and strong relationship with the president. I think that's hugely important. Look, you know, he was under huge pressure when he first went to the United States. He's built that relationship. He's delivered for this country. And I want to make this point because it's so important to me, is your viewers will hear about AI, tech, all this money. They'll want to know, what does it mean for them? And as part of the announcements today, we are announcing a new AI growth zone in the northeast that could deliver up to 5,000 jobs, partnering with our brilliant universities there, making sure we give apprenticeships and new tech and AI skills to the younger generation, because our government's job is not just to show investment in some parts of the country and jobs in some parts of Britain, but in every part of the country, because change is coming and we've got to make it work for the people who need it most.
Before we let you go, can we quickly talk about this UN Commission, which has directly accused Israel of genocide in Gaza? What's the British government's position going to be on this? Are we going to stop sending arms to Israel, or are we going to treat the report with suspicion and carry on as we are?
Let me say that report underlines the absolute horror of what is happening in Gaza. You'll know that definition of genocide is for the international courts, but we have had a very single, strong, clear message that what is happening is appalling, that Israel must stop the killing, it must stop the illegal settlements, we need to get the aid in, and we need to have a pathway to peace.
Is it genocide?
And as I said, that...
Is it in the British government's position? Are you accepting what the UN Commission has said? Would the British government join in and agree that Israel has committed and is committing genocide?
The British government's position is that it is for international courts to decide what is genocide, but that report underlines the horror and the appalling action that we have called on Israel to desist.
So you're reserving your position on that question?
I'm not reserving my position on this. The government's position is that it's for the international courts to decide that definition of genocide. But we have been clear that Israel must stop that escalation. It is abhorrent, the famine that is spreading. And you know what? It doesn't deliver the security and safety for the people of Israel either.
They must stop, or what?
Well, you will know that the old cliche about diplomacy, that it fails every day until it succeeds. We believe that the only future that will secure peace in Israel and in Palestine is a two-state solution. We have already put sanctions. We have said that illegal arms must not be used in Gaza. Actually, this week, something really positive that we are doing to help people is the first medical evacuations of children who need treatment in this country. We are doing everything we can at home and abroad with our international allies, because it is an appalling and intolerable situation that must end.
Liz Kendall, thank you very much for joining us. Next time, no green. Thank you.
Or blue. Thank you.